Hello. Let's get the notifications out. I should change the title of the stream. All right, let's get the chats pulled up on my screen. What's up, Mustafa? I still haven't changed the title of my stream, so let's do that on Twitch. Nice. Changing the title right now. Where the hell do I do that? There's too many platforms. I'm gonna change my title on every single platform. All right. Oh, here we go. All right, I just updated Twitch. Let's update YouTube. God damn. I wish I just had a command to do this. That would be so nice. Oh, dog. Come on. Oh, it's hiding the chat. Okay. There we go. What is this dog doing? Shut up. Damn dog. favorite browser is Firefox because you can install uBlock on it. I used to use Chrome. There's probably more plugins for Chrome. I don't think plugins are good generally though. You get a lot of plugins and then stuff just stops working. So I like Firefox. Cool. Okay. I closed my ambience. Oh, I didn't copy it. Ugh. Cool. There we go. Let's get the terminal pulled up. How you doing, Mustafa? I streamed on time today. Mustafa said, yesterday I learned that one's compliment is unnecessary. And you remembered when I told you that, basically. Yeah. It's really weird having to learn, yes, on time. It's really weird having to learn one's compliment and then they tell you, we never use this. It's worthless for anything. It's like, cool, thanks. Oh, my ambience ain't playing. There we go. You could probably barely hear the music, right, Mustafa? Let's, today, we're gonna edit this. And I think I'm hosting this locally, so we got a local host. And I'm hosting it on 5,000. Please work. Oh, is that how that works? Wait. Oh, it's 3,000. Please work. Do I have to put the name of it in? Oh, I thought that's how localhost worked. Mustafa said, yeah. Alright, well then how do I show you guys? It's probably better that I have it pulled up here anyways. Okay, well, here is... Maybe I can put it in the corner, just like my code. And then let's get rid of some of these tabs. Switch to display capture. Or screen capture. There, now it's a little scuffed. But we got this window, we got this window. So what I'm trying to do here, you like the calm music? Want to make a video using remotion, which is a JavaScript library. and it kind of works along with the React framework. And I don't know either of these. I just started learning remotion. I've been following these guides here. What's going on with my Discord? And yeah, so the idea is you basically write React code to make a YouTube video. So I wonder if I could show you guys. I don't think I should. I'm just gonna show you guys a video I made, but I think it has copywritten music. But I basically made the Rick Roll like music video. So the Never Give You Up by Rick Astley. I made that, and then I layered some text on top of it, and I made it like fade out over time with a sine wave using React code. And today I want to start editing a video that I've wanted to make recently. I want to make a video about writing text documents using Markdown and Pandoc. So here's a video. I have it playing. I have this like stupid meme pulled up, and what I'm trying to figure out right now is I want to have multiple keyframes, and I want to slide around the image. I want to translate around the image position wise. So I set up this whole fade module, and this works really well. I'm not using that right now. What I want to be looking at, we have this image that I imported. I wonder if this is something we can do here. Make an image. And then no, I think that gives us an error. Source equals, how are you supposed to, oh, it's not even what it's called. So does that work? No, so I just won't do that, I guess. Have you ever played Skyrim, Mustafa? Alright, so make sure this is imported. Now you don't know what Skyrim is? It's like the music that this is from. This game. Do you play a lot of games, Mustafa? It's an Elder Scrolls game. Why is this so big? It takes up the whole screen. What is CNC? It's 2? What the hell? Command and Conquer. Oh. It's an RTS, right? Oh, really? It's an interesting combination of games. These are some boomer games, Mustafa. You play boomer games. I've never played either of those games, but I know about them. Because your laptop run theme? What do you mean, your run theme? Oh, you need like a game that's really easy to run. What is parameterizing? Let's see what this is. Ingesting, visually editing. Oh, really? What's up, Animasi? Are you from Indonesia?
Welcome to day 2 of our Remotion 4.0 launch event. We really hope that you liked the keynotes that we published yesterday and the release that came out having to relationship between code for developers. We need to find just the right color, but also
oh, that's cool that you can do that.
A form and customize the video this way. But how do we connect it back to the code? The relationship between code and graphical user interfaces has always been very complicated, and we've been pondering for a long time and been hesitant to implement such a feature because we weren't sure how to do it while scaling and being general purpose. These props we preferably specify using TypeScript, and recently a library has been popularized that is a complete game changer, and that library is Sod. With Sod we can define TypeScript schemata candidate if we were not about to use props that we for free to specify some default data in case we don't enter any in the Remotion Studio. We can use almost any shape that works with JSON. So in this example I have defined an array which includes some objects, including strings, optional dates, booleans, a bit of a more complex schema. If we now go to the Remotion Studio, you can see that we have input fields for text, date pickers for dates, we can make it undefined, we have checkboxes for booleans. Remotion 10, which I'm also going to be mighty, is that you can save the changes back to your code if you structure your root file just like this in a simple enough way so that Remotion can statically analyze it. And if you do, then you get this disk icon which you...
I wonder if I can get this to work. I don't think it shows in this screen. Oh, it does. Props. A schema to the... Oh, you have to add a schema. Whoops. That's what he was doing.
To your code, if you structure your
schema
root file
from composition.
like in a simple enough
So he
way
created a
so
schema, but I don't think he shows it.
Specify using TypeScript times. Make it visually edit. We have to do this would be a...
Where does he show making a schema? Oh, it says right here, text and color. And he loads from Zod. It's interesting. Maybe I'll use that at some point. And then props. Props are important to have. Calculating metadata. Alright, so what I want to look at is sequences, probably. Okay, so we want to have just panning around the screen basically. So I have this here. We could change the X and like how it's panned and stuff. Whoa. That's just gonna kind of move it off screen. And then we need a way to pass in multiple positions. And we want this pan keyframes to go through them and see which one, like it needs to linear interpolate. So I had chat write some code for this. What chat did is it made a big loop, or a big, big for loop, and an array of points. Yeah, so we have these ones like define the keyframes. So you give it a frame. So everything in remotion is done via frames. You don't use time ever in this. And then you can make a big array of keyframes and then have a for loop where you see like where are we in the keyframe basically. And they pick the frame you want to interpolate to and the last frame as well. And then we do, it looks like we do linear interpolate, get interpolated position. Yeah, so I don't like that we write a function, don't write a function for that, but that's probably fine. And then they take these parameters in here, the frames, or the frame which is a number, and then a keyframe array. Interesting that we use interpolate and then we don't call it in this function. What do we use interpolate though? We import it, but we don't. Do we use it somewhere? Where do we use interpolate? I don't see it anywhere. Let's see how they tried to apply this. So they just define X based on it, which that can work. The problem comes, what happens when I have multiple? So I'm gonna tab E the comp. Okay. So I think I might want to call this differently. Alright. Once I can get this tightened. Holy shit. This is a struggle. And then this needs to point at my face. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna call this pan beat it. And then all that's gonna break, that's fine. Pan beat it. And then in here, we gotta rename these. fade stays the same. Our root, maybe our root changes. No, I don't think so. Okay, and then we just need to let's open everything inside of source. So, there we go. Oh, and I forgot to rename it. So let's do that. MV pan to be pan bead it. Okay. Alright, here's a pan beat it. Oh, does this run? Please run. There we go. And then let's figure out, how do we write a helper function? Closing my podcast. I can close this for now. Alright. Is it literally, I guess it could just literally be a function I call. BRB, 10 minutes, okay. I think I'll write a helper. I don't need to do that. Let's just call it source, and then is there a way for me to make this generic? Generics in TypeScript. Let's start by doing a hello world of generics. Returns whatever's passed in. So use any. Okay. Let's try to do this. So, call it tab E. Keyframe. Really, this is just TypeScript stuff. It doesn't have anything to do with remotion. So we specify an any, or we call it frame. We want a frame number. That's the current frame. And then we want to pass in a type. We've got to define a new type. So let's make a type keyframe. And I'll follow what chat did. Keyframe equals, we need a frame regardless of the type, and that's going to be a number. And then we want an any here. What would I call it? X maybe? A for any? I don't know. Or item. Okay, this could work. And then I don't have to define an array type. I just say keyframes, pass in a keyframe array. We call this klerp or kerp or something stupid. And then we have to specify the return type. So that's just going to be an any. Okay. And can I just copy the... that's not going to work. So what we need as well is we need a lerp function. And that's going to take a... Should I do floats? And do I have to specify in TypeScript the type? Alright, so how does lerp work again? X1, X2, P for percentage. What is a number? Let's use this guy. Okay, so we can use number. Let's do that. Because it can be floating point or integer. That's exactly what we want. Oh, but these don't have to be numbers. These can be any's. Number, and then we return an any. But the any has to be divisible somehow. Let's consult chat for that, because I'm a little confused how I do that. How do... a generic lerp function. And then it says for colors, for example, you can map lerp over each component. So if I want to write a keyframe helper for both values or scalars and vectors, for example. How would I do that? Should I use any? Seems like probably should not use any. Oh, okay. Whoa, what is this T? What the fuck? Okay, well this is good. Alright, let's just copy this. So type value equals number or a number array. Someone's at my door. Hold on. Okay. Alright. Alright, before I was interrupted, I was copying shit. I'm gonna call this lerp. I don't know why I can't just call it lerp. Also, calling it A, B is better. That's true. Okay. And they're not gonna use any, they're gonna use number, I guess. Oh, that makes sense. So we use number to start with, and then we can use a more generic number, and we call this this regular lerp. So yeah, I like this naming scheme better than that case. Okay. We can do lerping the value. Return a value. Hi Ben, I have a question. What programming language have I mastered? I don't think I've mastered any programming language. Master is like being really good at a language. But the language I'm the best at is C. So when I'm writing TypeScript and Go and JavaScript, I don't really know what I'm doing. And when I'm writing Go, I know what I'm doing a little bit more. But that's because Go resembles C. So I really like C. Or not that I like it, but I'm most comfortable with C. I also like shell script, if you can call that a language. I like shell or bash, I guess. In the case of bash or these other languages, I'm gonna have to like constantly ask an AI or look stuff up to get stuff done. But I think C is the one language where I can actually kind of sit down and write a program and make it work. More or less without looking stuff up. Mustafa said, nice, in the last 5 hours, I was reading an article about C. 2D and 3D rotations on X. Yeah, so in C, usually, if you're gonna rotate stuff, it's like in any language you want to do a rotation matrix and have some kind of math library for that. I don't know the math for rotating stuff off the back of my head. I'm really solid with vector math, like 2D and 3D stuff. But not like anything to do with matrices. So like, if I need to compute a distance or a magnitude of a vector, I can do that really easily. If I need to, well, I guess that's like, feels like that's like the extent of it though. But I don't know, I feel like in a lot of ways I'm like solid thinking about vector math. But when it comes to matrices, I'm not very good at that. I always forget how matrices work, how matrix multiplication works. But in most cases, I think it's best when you're programming and you're using vectors or matrices, it's always best to just use a library and then get somewhat acquainted with the intuition behind like what's going on when you're applying rotations and stuff. You're really good at matrix math. I actually took a linear algebra class and I failed it. Part of that was being lazy, but another part was that I found there was just a lot to learn. Yeah. You forgot the formulas? I think when you're doing any game development stuff, it's really important to know how to rotate a vector with polar coordinates. So like, as an example, like you could have a vector and then you usually call cosine on the x component to get the x component on a direction, and then sine to get the y component on a direction. And then if you want to change the length, you multiply it by your magnitude. But a lot of people don't have a solid grasp on that stuff. So the angle goes from 0 to 2 pi. And this way you can make a vector. Do I still go to university? Yeah, I got one more year. I'll graduate next spring. So like this is how you make a 2D vector with polar coordinates. And then for the magnitude, which is the length of the vector. You mean right now? No, because it's summer. In the US, we usually don't have class during the summer. But I have a summer class that starts next week, but it's really small. Yeah. Yeah, this is a good website to have on your bookmarks. But yeah, it's like this deal, and then this is the magnitude. And when you multiply that, you do it, you do it component wise, so you do it like, it's basically like this. How do you write formulas from the keyboard? I guess it's hard to explain in Desmos. You just write ASCII, you just write the regular stuff from the keyboard and it'll give you formulas. But if you don't want to do that, then there's ways to do it with code. So, for example, I'll make an example. Yeah, so here's an example of like writing some code to make math using LaTeX. You can also do equations. I think it's called frac. No, that's not right. How do you do it in LaTeX? LaTeX fraction. I thought it was frac. It's definitely frac. But anyways, in summary, you use LaTeX, right? Because you want to like, you don't want to just put like 5 times 5. You said I have this text editor. Did you paste a link? Because it didn't show in the chat. It's kind of annoying. Oh, you have a text editor to make formulas. Do you use LaTeX? Is that what you mean? Alright, so what was I doing? I was copying a bunch of code. Ugh. And then they also wrote this function, so I'll copy that. It's helpful. Function. This is a really stupid name though. I don't know why sort by frame just in case. That seems kind of stupid. Why would you do that? But whatever. I guess it makes sense. This way you can just kind of throw in a keyframe whenever. You don't have to put it in order manually. You just kind of give it a set instead. A set of keyframed values. Your text editor has math mode. So what's this code? This is next equals sorted of I. So it's just saying like what we're gonna interpolate between. Const span equals next dot frame. Wait, why did they... Oh, they did use lerp. Compute the normalized t. Oh, that makes sense. So we need to get the percentage value and then pass that to lerp using the current time and the time, or like the current frame and the frame, like the span of frames we're between. Raw T makes me think of testosterone. I like that naming. Did I already specify as lerp value? Yeah. Okay. And I made this as keyframes.txt. Let's do this. Keyframes. And I want to import this here. Import keyframes from keyframes. I think it's just dot or something like that, right? No, it is dot slash. Does this work? Yes. All right. I really like that I can see the errors in real time because this like little live server or whatever that starts up here refreshes whenever I write code. It's super convenient. Okay, now the only thing is whenever we specify when we do something like this, we're gonna have to make a list of keyframes. So let's look at the code again here. Here's them defining a keyframe. Okay. It's a little frustrating doing this kind of thing when you're new to the language, because if this was C, I would just be blowing through, like writing structs and stuff. But instead, it's a little bit slower. So I think let's write an array. Beat it, positions. This is a keyframe array of number arrays. It's really confusing. Maybe someone should make a programming language to edit videos in. That sounds like nobody would use it, but it'd be kind of cool. Oh, I guess people have done that on YouTube. So let's do frame 0 as 0, 0. And then let's do frame 20 as the value I defined above. And then let's not define the position yet. I guess we want to define this up here. Today I'm using 2 spaces instead of 4 spaces for tabs, because it seems like that's like standard for web development or something. Alright, they're doing some wacky stuff where they get the image size. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Let's just call get keyframe somewhere. So let's do it here. It's interesting that they use braces. Okay. Square brackets, I mean. Square brackets. Get, what did I call it? Get keyframed. And we pass in the current frame. And then we pass in our lists, beat, or our keyframe lists. Get keyframed is not defined. So do we have to call it key? Oh, I understand. Oops. Import get keyframed from keyframes. Get keyframed is not a function. Really? Get keyframed from keyframes. I think it is. That's not gonna change anything. How do I import this properly? Let's ask chat. Just ask how to import. Yeah, that should work. Get keyframed. Let's see why that's not working. Might want to have a local copy of chat open so we can paste stuff in quickly. This is really stupid though. Why is this not working? Do I have to use export? Oh, I have to use export on the function. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to have to open ChatGPT twice. Export. That's right. That makes sense. Okay, that's better. And then keyframes is not defined. Where's that? Keyframes.length. Down here, keyframes.length. What was the idea behind that? Was I think I was supposed to pass it as a parameter and I forgot to. Get keyframed. Yeah, I didn't even pass it. Let's do that. Okay. So the frame, which is a number. Next is the keyframes, which is a keyframe array. All right. A T is not defined. Okay. T is not defined. I would probably call this P, not T. Alright, so now it starts at 0 and it should move over. There we go. Let's try to add more keyframes. And the nice thing about this is I can do it live. Let's also commit this. Git status. Git add the dot git ignore. Why is nothing in there? Why is nothing getting tracked? Here we go. So prettier RC. Readme. There's a package lock. I think you get at all of this. I should add more than one keyframe before I commit it. This next one. Let's go down some more. Oh, I really like being able to do this with code. Maybe it'll suck, but it seems like nice. I might end up realizing that it's like really bad and pointless, but cool. So then we can do trying to think, how am I gonna do this? Zero. There we go. This is probably so confusing. Ooh, there we go. And then a new one. Go back over 25. Beat it, chick. Is that right? I'm gonna keep going. Now the increment feature in Vim is really nice because of this. There we go. And then let's make this 40. I'm sorry, 40. Let's make this 60. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. It works like all right. Okay, thank you, chat. ChatGPT. Git commit. Keyframing. That is gonna be so useful. I wonder, hopefully in the future I can convert these to like Git submodules and then have one big, is that what I want to do? I'm not sure. I don't know. I think I want to make a Git repository for every YouTube video I make. If I were to use this tool. Maybe it sucks and I won't end up using it, but. Okay. That's progress. That's like 1 hour and 22 minutes in to like move around a little bit. But from there, it's just, with the keyframing stuff, it's just going to be adding more crap, I suppose. So, how about, I had this idea of, I want to have the sweaty YouTube guy. I don't know how to describe that, but I'll search for that on YouTube. Sweaty guy meme. This stupid clip. Let's get this guy and stick him in the top right. So the way we get this guy is we gotta YTP him. So let's do that. YTP. What is it called? YT? No, it's DL or something. How do you download a YouTube video again? With YTP? I think it's called YTDL. And then I fucking messed up with prompt engineering. Once again, shell. I want to use shell. And this is gonna be so. This is gonna be such a common use. When editing, you just want to have a YouTube video and you want to use it in your video as a clip, so you end up downloading it. The fuck is this? NPX? I don't want to use NPX. I've done this before. YTDLP. Yeah, that's what I wanted. You can add SS to the URL. Are you saying like, literally just the words SS like this? What do you mean SS? After www dot? What, SS dot? Or SS, just SS? What do you mean? Was that a way to host a video statically or something from YouTube? Yeah, maybe I don't think they do it anymore, I guess. So I think it's just YTDLP and then the name of the video. How long does it take to download like a tiny video like this? Because this is a really short video. Yeah, this is pretty quick, right? Yeah. Right, download it to your computer. YTDLP might get taken down as well one day. So we have the sweaty gamer meme, so let's rename it. It's got a bunch of like stupid spaces in it and stuff. You never want spaces in your file names. Your sweaty gamer meme. And then we CPB it to get it on my server. This is my helper command to put stuff on my server. And then uploads really fast, right? And then let's WL copy it, Wayland copy it. Oh, damn. And then I think what I'm gonna do is make a separate composition. But for now, let's just put it in here. So we have an image, and then to layer on top of that image, we literally just put another one below it. And then this is going to be a video. And when you try to use video, we have to import it from remotion. So Mustafa, I'm literally just trying to make a YouTube video, and I'm editing it with remotion though. So I'm just making a video on stream. But this is like the first time I've used this technology to try to do this. So let's see if I can show you. I think the image is being... The video didn't get imported. So I'm on the layers page right now. Okay, that's because you have to wrap it in absolute fill. So let's do that. We get these, we say absolute fill. And then let's go ahead and just indent all of this. We're going to put one below. We'll put one here and above. There we go. There. So now he takes up the whole screen, right? We don't want that to happen. And then also, I don't want him to be on screen all the time. So instead of using absolute fill, we use sequence. Is it because I don't have editing software? Well, I do not have editing software, but that's not why I'm using it. I just think it would be cool. I don't know how hard it would be to do, but I think it'd be cool to edit using code. Because I get tired with like managing my resources where I need to import sequence if I'm going to use it. Hold on. Sequence. I get tired of like you tie your resources to a project and then you put them on the same computer, and then if you move your project ever, then all of a sudden you have to relink the resources, and then I don't want to like have my resources on my computer locally. So I think it's better to have your resources on the cloud somewhere. So in my case, I can put them on my VPS and host them and then link to them through remotion. And then all the code, my projects, I can just upload publicly. They don't have to be secret or anything. And I can version control it with Git. And when I do repetitive stuff, I can write scripts for that. Because I noticed making YouTube videos is really repetitive. Generally, like, I put some B-roll in the background, and then I have like a little tiny overlay that has like what I'm talking about, and that shows up, and then the background blurs, and then maybe it swipes off the screen, and like that kind of thing, it would be nice to automate. So right now I'm trying to use sequence because I don't want this to be on screen all the time. So we're gonna do from. And the nice part about using these keyframes is I could make a constant. So I can say sweaty appears equals 20. And then I can replace this keyframe as sweaty appears . Yeah, you can upload the videos to the VPS. So in my case, I'm still editing locally the code, but the resources are hosted on the VPS. So if I really wanted to make this like for other people to view it and stuff, I could host it entirely on the VPS. And then even you could look and see my project as I'm editing it. But for now, I'm going to do it locally. But it's true though, I could host the remotion code on my website as well. So instead of having an MP4, it could just be the remotion. The resources, as in like, for example, we have this PNG here of like that meme that I was like panning around with this like black kid and he's holding his money and stuff. And then we have the sweaty gamer meme, which is a video. Those are like resources. So, or maybe text or fonts or things like that. Audio files even. Although I don't think this works. Why does this not work? Const sweaty appears equals. At the same time, I'm learning React, and TypeScript. So this is not entirely like, this isn't like, it's definitely new to me what I'm doing right now. I want a variable for, say, 60. So that when I change that variable, it changes the keyframe in the array, and whatever else references it. Some terrible typos, probably. Right. Const equals 60. Okay, then why is that not working? Do you literally have to name it all caps? I should do that anyways, but I'm gonna call this sweaty frame, I guess. Whoops. Hey, what the hell? What's going on here? There we go. Sometimes my keybinds bug out. Oh, that's not right. Sweaty. I don't think this is gonna work either. But which part of this is not working? Why is this not working? Let's just put it as 60 or whatever for now. Let's see what the error says. I'll make sure I refresh first. Oh, it's this is not working. Oh, that's my bad. Detail this. And let's look at the example again. So what did I do wrong here? Sequence from. I don't think there's not gonna be anything wrong with that. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's what I wanted. And then can we make sure it's a constant? The sweaty frame. So there's a lot of times when you're editing and multiple like things coincide with each other. Like maybe you want to play an audio sound when something appears, or you want to play a how do you say, like something appears on the screen at a certain frame, or there's a keyframe when you move to something and then it appears. So that's the idea behind this. Let's give more time here. Let's do 80. And then for these, we can do 140 and 220. That's not what I wanted. I kind of want it to stay there for a while, so let's do a different, a second frame. Do you remember Sony Vegas? Yeah. What about Sony Vegas? And then, in this case, if I want it to... Whoa, what the fuck did I just do? There we go. If I want it to stay for a while, then let's just add like 120 or something. And then maybe we could even just do it for all of them. It's kind of hard-coded. Sony Vegas is easy to learn. Yeah, of course. This kind of goofy ass way to make a video, of course. It's just cool to be able to... I like doing like whatever I can in HTML and CSS if possible. Why is the width so big? Is this what I expect to see? Oh, I need to do style. Style equals like this. And then we do width. I like using DaVinci Resolve. That's what I used to use. This is what I used. I used DaVinci for all of my videos, actually. Width is... Can I not... We have to put it in quotes like this. That doesn't seem to be helping. What did I do wrong? Oh, I think I need to put this up here. Maybe. No, the width isn't working here. What the hell? Let's just try like a small value. No. What am I doing wrong? Okay, what the hell? Ah, this is so annoying. How do you ban motherfuckers? Possible ban evader monitoring. Twitch makes it so difficult to just ban someone. Oh, there we go. Should be a big button for it. Okay. I'm learning. You gonna go make some tea? Alright. Make some Arab tea. Oh, I put this in the wrong thing. That's definitely not gonna work. Hold on. What the fuck was I thinking? Sequence from... I think we applied the styling to this? No, it should work. Is it because I put a comma here? Should be able to do the exact same thing as this. By the way, do you like tea or coffee? Probably like tea more because I don't like caffeine. But I don't think I like either very much. I don't usually drink caffeine because I find like if I just sleep well enough, then it's better than caffeine. But if I take a lot of caffeine, then you could be reliant on it. I think this is what I wanted. And then I need to change the composition so that it lasts long enough. So you do that in the in here where it says duration and frames. Let's change this to a really big number. There we go. And then 20 pixels definitely isn't big enough. Either that or just bugged out. Let's see. I can't see the video now. 2000? This is weird. How do I change the scaling of a video? I can't even see it. There's the width. So that doesn't work either. There's no error, I don't think. Oh, it hasn't played yet. Okay, there's the width. How do I make it smaller? I first tried to do 20. And that's too small, I guess? So I'll try 200. Oh, there we go. It's just really tiny. Jesus. Let's try like half. There we go. And then we have to position it in the same way, like this kind of deal. Position, absolute, translate. And we want to move this. We want to hard code this. I wonder if, so I think I need a schema to be able to have this stuff show up. Yeah. Might be an advanced feature I end up using in the future though. What if I do 100%? It's 100% relative to itself, it seems. Just 200%? Maybe 150? Alright. So like, this kind of like gives an idea of like what we want it to look like. Doesn't have to be perfect. But let's just position it in there. There we go. And now it pans over. And then we see this doing the sweaty nerd thing. And we could do sweaty as in sweaty duration, and then make this one sweaty which can be 140 frames, and then we have the duration in frames here. We can define it. As sweaty So it should disappear when it pans over to the next thing. So it pans over, and then we have this, and then it pans over again. Okay. This is like going better than I thought it would, honestly. I thought this would be like really shitty. Okay. I'm gonna git commit this because I'm happy with this progress. Git status. And then we can RM the sweaty gamer because I'm not gonna host any of my resources locally. Let's just get at it for now. Oh, I feel like I have to sneeze. So I want to try to make this its own component. So we can do that with, how do we do that? We have to make it a React component, I believe. The image here. Oh, I'm forgetting this is beat it. Is this what I want? I guess so. And then we can make it even another one still. Tab E, source, nerd. I'm gonna call this nerd macros.tsx. And I'm just gonna copy everything over to reference. We're not using get keyframed. We're not keyframing anything. We're just gonna import an image. Or a video rather. But we need to layer it, so we need two videos. And I don't think I'm gonna do any styling, no fancy styling. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the video in the corner. Oh, I have to sneeze. God damn it, I won't fucking sneeze. And I'll go blow my nose. Like my dog. He's bored, so I'm gonna let him sit in my room. Oh, he left. Never mind. I'll just close the door. Okay. My idea. Let's pull it up. Let's get this on the screen. You don't raise dogs? Just cats, maybe? I'm tired because I picked him up. Yeah, lots of cats. I'm making a... What is it called? Where is it? Nerd macros. Come to our house? Maybe if I'm traveling. Let's try to import this. So to import it, we do... oh, this is the wrong file. Where is it? This one. We go to the top. No, we are not in the desert. I know, but I'm not gonna fly over there right now. Import. How do I import a node, though? Let's see. I did it somewhere else. Oh, the way you import a node is you just put the name. The cats come, not you. Oh, I see what you're saying. But when you type come to our house, it's like a demand. It means you come to our house. But you mean they come to your house? Nerd macros. Can't spell anything. You're by like the rivers. You're like by the Tigris or something. Or the Tigris or the Euphrates. Yeah. Confusing myself. Here's comp. So I can import nerd macros. From same name. And then I think I can layer this on top. Or do I do it? No, I don't do it in here. I do it in this one. And then, instead of just having this video, we want to import nerd macros. I believe I do it like this. Okay, that didn't work. I might have to wrap it in a sequence. No, I already did that. So what's the issue? Oh, so I need to import some stuff probably. Equals get keyframed. some reason I didn't import everything over. Beat it positions is not defined. Okay, there's other stuff I didn't import. I don't think I want this though. We're not doing any keyframing. So if I just delete that. And then there's no sequence. We're just gonna layer these. However, I think when you layer stuff, you have to absolute fill it. Yeah, at the very least. It either needs to be absolute filled or sequence. So like this. Or rather this way. And then the whole thing needs wrapped. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Now the background is black. Is that what I want? Also, this is a PNG, so it doesn't make sense. So let's just leave this blank for now. I can't do that. Alright, next video I want to download is there's a Ben Awad video where he does a bunch of macro stuff. Oh, it's gonna be expensive to download that though. This is what I have pulled up right now. I'm trying to find a video where someone's using Vim macros. Ben, I want to practice my English speaking with you. Can you help with that, please? Next time? Maybe. Maybe if I play a video game or something. It's gonna take forever to... No, this is a short. It should be fast. I gotta try to download as many shorts as possible. Let's see what it's called. Vim Macro Magic. What the hell? Okay. Let's put this on the server. Yeah. And then I'm gonna copy this link. And then we use this as the source. And I don't know if that's gonna fix our issue. Oh. I lost the thing. Let's restart it. PM2 restart YouTube pandoc. That'll open it. Alright. So the idea is I'm gonna put this in the corner. And he's gonna... Whoa. That's not what I wanted. He's gonna be doing Vim macros. We have to set the speed for the video though. So let's figure out how to do that. So we have remotion here. I'm gonna use my actual good display though. I think, is there a whole thing on embedding videos? Manipulating, change speed over time. Here we go. Playback speed? Yeah. I want, it's really interesting that they have this interpolate thing, but for some reason they don't have a way to interpolate multiple times. There's no way that they don't have a way to do that, right? But that's okay. So, you just set the playback rate, and I don't need to interpolate it. So let's just go in here and set the playback rate. Let's try 100. How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to define it? Oh, I think I have to, you always have to wrap the numbers in these curly braces. Okay. That was at normal speed, I believe. Let's make it really fast. But I can't even see it because I need to move it. Let's do that. Oh, 700 is way too fast. Because it just like instantly goes off this. Like it instantly finishes the short, I think. Okay, let's manipulate it so that we can see like his cursor. It's also curious that I think we should be able. So this is a mobile, like aspect ratio, but it's like forcing it to be 1920. And I feel like I should be able to see more than that. Is that because of how I just am previewing it right now? No, it kind of looks like it's forced to be that way. Anyways, let's just import this. It's already imported. We just need to change the styling. The wind sound is from the video, the music that I'm playing. Maybe it's part of the original soundtrack, but I think people introduce it. It's like outside sounds, but yeah, it's not outside. Style. How do we change? We gotta change the width. Oh, that didn't do anything. It's summer in Iraq. Yeah, it's summer here too, of course. I'm from the northern hemisphere, just like you. So we have summer, we have seasons at the same time. The seasons are only different in the southern hemisphere, like Argentina or Australia. You know. How do I... What am I previewing here? It suddenly gets like, takes up the whole screen and it shouldn't. It should take up... a portion of the screen. This makes no sense. I just set it to 0 and I can still see it. So I'm guessing I can't set the style of the macro. I think I have to use props. Or I can't set the style of a node module. So how do I get that to work? I mean, another idea is, where is this? This nerd macros. Maybe I could layer these and use CSS to embed one inside the other, kind of. That's not what I want. Is that what I want? God damn it. Ah, this is so annoying. Sometimes my shit gets all wacky. Yank that. Over here. No, not there. Here. Paste that in. And then can I put the absolute fill inside the other one? Like this? Okay, that seems to work. But what about the size? So I want to set the size of the whole thing. Ooh. Ah, that's closer to what I want. How about relative positioning? Let's ask chat. How do I have a video inside a video and position it as if it's inside it in a DOM? Is there 0 or auto in remotion? Well, remotion uses styling, so there should be, in the styling, there should be 0 and auto. Did I even type that? What did I just type? I didn't even type it. Yeah, I want a video like in a video. Wrap the parent and child in a container that uses position relative. Okay, just make a div. Yeah, I think I want like this. Well, no, I still want it in the video. So how about this? Can I go, we have the video here. Can I, instead of ending it like that, can I make it go down here and then end it? And then put this one inside of it? The 0 and auto centers it. Oh. That might have worked. Can I make this bigger? No, I can't even see it. I don't think that worked. I want a video to have a child video. Does that make sense? Is that possible? Okay, I still have to use a wrapper. Let's go back to using the what is it called? Nerd macros. Okay. So we're gonna return a, let's have an absolute fill. And then position should be relative, apparently. I don't know if that's position, relative, width. height. That is already broken. Why is that broken? The fuck? Oh, there's no comma. And then it's saying we don't have to use absolute fill. I don't know if I believe that. Oh, apparently that works. So I think this could also be a div. Okay. That doesn't look right. I think absolute fill is correct. And then the width is too high. Let's just see if this works though. We need to position the, we need to make sure the parent fills up the wrapper. And then I think this is literally redundant. I think it already fills up the wrapper. Oh, that's what we want. Hell yeah, okay. And then hopefully this works. So we want to position absolute, okay. And the width, what happens if we use this width? Width equals width. Now I don't see it. Now I do see it. What if I make this smaller? That's not right. Yeah, look, it's in the top left corner. That's fucked. Yeah, so that's probably why. And then I think this should just be 100% anyways. And then we cannot see the other part, but we could do this. So let's change the width, or rather let's change the height. We'll just leave, we don't need the width. Let's just do height to be 100% instead. Oh, that's fucked. Wait. How about 100 VH? No? How about 100? Ah, this isn't very good. The fuck? It's like only this seemed to work. Div. Wrap it all in a div. But now it won't appear. This is kind of what we want. It's closer, I guess. They should not be next to each other though. I want the child on top. I guess I didn't make that clear to the LLM. Position relative, position absolute, position absolute. Do they just, maybe I missed that and they both have to be absolute? Now I can't see either of them. What the fuck? What the hell? Oh, is the other one overlapping? Is it just the order? No, wait, you can't even see them. Ah, this is pretty frustrating. I thought this would be way easier. I'm gonna look this up in HTML. HTML. Image inside image. They're saying use both images that uses position relative. See in here relative. Wait, no. I feel like this should work. What the hell? So at least it might be that they both need to be wrapped with absolute fill. So let's try that. No. Oh, this don't look very promising. Absolute fill. That's better, I guess. I don't think that's gonna work though. Hmm. 30%. So again, this looks correct, but yeah, like this is fucked. What I want, I thought I want like this. Do I not want this to be in there? It doesn't do anything. Man, that's so annoying. And this would totally work if this was HTML, which is the annoying part. But I... Video. Does that work? So now it just disappears. How about this? This is fucked. Why is it so difficult? Let's see if we can do this in remotion. Stable diffusion? What the fuck? So at the back of another image. Let's tell chat what I'm trying to do specifically, and then I'll reiterate, like, right now, I want a video to play, and I want this guy's face to be there as, like, the webcam. And the problem here is that the containing video is a mobile short, while the webcam is landscape. I don't know if this is even possible. That would suck if it's not possible. That makes it seem like I should, like, try to do something different. So their approach is they have a comp width. Object fit cover. I'll try this. So now I still have to just try to get them to overlay. Okay. Let's forget this background stuff. Okay, that's a good step. So we got that showing, and then I don't think this is gonna work. We got the source, start from, how did they import the main source, by the way? Oh, they used it as a, this is a prop. Okay. And then they're using this object fit thing. Object fit cover. And now I can't even see the video. What the fuck? Start from end up. Style, position. Let's do... Are they both positioned absolutely? I guess. I still cannot see the sweaty gamer video. What the fuck? Left, cam, overlay, and then change the Z-index. I don't think you're supposed to... mess with the Z index with remotion. Nope. So I think we need to do the absolute fill, I'm pretty sure. We need to wrap each video with their own absolute fill. What? What's wrong with that? Oh, I didn't wrap it correctly. There we go. And now I can't even see the video. The fuck? Object fit cover. What the hell? Ugh. What did they tell me to do before? Z-index stuff. I can change the Z-index. I don't think I'm supposed to mess with it though. Okay, that didn't work. Let's see. The thing we did here as well is we did style equals position relative. Should I do a div and then wrap everything in that? It's still not working. Now I'm just confused why I can't get it to layer. It used to layer. What did I do before? It's like undo 10 times or something. No. Keep going. What did I do in the first place? Like this? Did this layer? No. Did this layer? Man, this is so weird. I think this was working before. Now it's not. Nerd macros. What the hell? Let's just refresh. Oh, there's like an error. But found one. Where? Nerd macros 14. Yeah, you have to do this thing. Let's refresh. Oh, well, just completely changed. Well, what the fuck's going on? Man, there's a huge console. There we go. Okay, well, was that shit out of date? So now it's layering at least. Let's change the, what was chat telling me to do before? Right here. This cover thing. Style equals position absolute. Ben, is that video editor in the browser? It's just a, it is in the browser. But this is just a preview. You don't edit through this. Let's fit it. There we go. Like, this is what it looks like so far. But I want it to overlay it over. I don't want to just switch to this completely. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm coding in the editor, not the video. Yeah, exactly. Kinda. This is TypeScript. Let's pull up the spot in the video where that shows up. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. So I just slapped on absolute styling, and then that changed to look like this. And then the video editor as a web app. Yeah. I'm writing code in the terminal, and then I'm just like writing it. I'll save the file, and then in the browser it updates as like a web app. Okay, so that didn't change anything. That didn't change anything either. Oh man, now it's not even layering. It used to layer at least. But it doesn't layer at all now. Oh, it's because I applied the style. I changed the background color. Ah, I need to remember not to do that. Okay, and then I might be close to fixing this. So we get rid of the transform. There we go. Now they're overlapping. The thing is, the width is different. So what they do is, it looks like they compute the width or something. We can set the width. I think that's okay. So let's do a const up here. Oh, wait, what's this? 25. So let's just get rid of that. It's going to be undefined. That's fine. Let's use 200. Now it's really small. We just want it to be width for both of them. Width, width. And then for the way this works is if you have a variable defined, then you don't have to, like, you just say width, I believe. Alright, so now they're really tiny. Let's get rid of this so you can see better. There we go. And let's do the, like 500 maybe. That's good. It's also okay, so this works now. So that's helpful. I'm going to commit this. Git status. It was so hard to wait. Git status. Git rm -- cached vim macros. I don't want that. I'm always trying to not use. Never track your resource files, like your video files, your image files, stuff like that. Don't track that with Git. You only track text files with Git. And then I don't like to have my files locally. I like to have them on the server somewhere. So I'll just upload them to the server and then delete them locally. But this is good. So obviously we'll move this over. I think I'm going to find a different video. I don't think I'm going to use this macro video because, yeah, I think it'd be better. So Ben Awad has a good one where he's using Vim macros, right? And he's like trying really hard to like seem smart with them. The premise is that he's doing a YouTube video, or not, he's doing like an interview, and he's using Vim to try to impress the people who are interviewing him. So I would like to maybe download his video, which it's a long video, but we could download it and just speed it up and then maybe upload it to the VPS and then change that. Or we can hopefully find a different video because this is a really long video. Vim speedrun. There is this Primogen video where he's speedrunning the Vim tutor. And then we could put the sweaty guy in the corner. Oh, I didn't realize as well. So like, I think I want to play the audio track from the sweaty guy. I'm gonna turn this up. Let's play this. Okay. That's not bad. Okay. So we got the right audio. I don't think you can hear it, unfortunately, but let's download this Primogen video. And then, wait, what? I saw an error. What is this? Okay, we're good. YTDLP. Once that's finished, we'll upload it to the server. Yeah, you can hear it. He's just pounding his keys. This one might take a while to upload though, or download rather. What's us chat? I don't think I want to do that. Okay, but I'll do it anyways. Is there a way to remix a MP4 to change the play rate just in shell? Just let me know if there is a simple way, like one line or something. I don't know. Meanwhile, we're downloading this 50%, so it's gonna take a little bit. Yeah, I was hoping you could do FFmpeg. Whatever this is, I'm not gonna do that. But I have FFmpeg installed, but I'm not gonna do that. So just wait for this to download. Alright. Now that that's downloaded, we can CPB, or let's MV it. Vim tutor world record. Okay, and then that's gonna upload. It'll take a minute though. It's not quite finished. Mustafa, are you still... Do you just go to bed really late now? Oh, we're at 72%. You said no? But isn't it like 4 a.m.? Or I guess you go to bed early? Isn't that not normal? Or do people sleep like earlier in Iraq or something? 5 a.m.? Wake up at 5 a.m.? That's really early. One p.m. is too early, no? Okay, the upload finished. Now is 5 a.m. Yeah, I know. Isn't it strange to go to bed that late though? Or that early or whatever? 1 in the afternoon. That's not normal though, right? Wake up 8 p.m.? Yeah, that's bad, right? You sleep through like the whole day. Yeah, it's upside down. You're used to it though. Okay. That's alright. I won't judge you, or I won't, I will judge you. But width is width. Let's get him positioned so that he's over this guy's head. I can say anything. Wait. I need to test something. Get keyframed. I need to set the position of this. Okay, so how do I do that? So it's saying if I put nerd macros, if I put this in a div, then I can position the div or do any styling that I want to this div. How do we position the... I think we do transform. I guess I can do position absolute and stuff. Like this. Left. Oh, nice. It moved all of it. Okay, so let's do percentage. Can we do 50%? Oh, shit. Every time. Okay, let's do like 40. And then for the top, let's do... looks like it should be like 55 or something. Okay, and then just move it to position. That's better. And then the size, it's a little small, you know, so... Instead of doing that, let's get the width with const width height equals use video config. And then we can set the width in here to be 500 px. I always forget to wrap it. That looks too big though. I don't think that's correct. Is it not possible to change the width? Well, it's because I did... Okay, so let's ask, how do I do props? How do I do purples? And then I might want to just... React props. How do I do props? So type... what is this thing called? Beat it? This is the wrong file. This one is what I want. We make a new struct and we'll call it nerd macros props. And we'll do width, which is a number. And then to pass that in, we do nerd macros props. And I don't know why we have this here, but when we call it, there's a way when we call it to change this. Like this. Need to open curly braces. Then maybe get rid of width. Oh, much better. So now, how do we make it so that we pass in width? Video with webcam. Video with webcam. I'm missing something, or they never call that. Can you include video with webcam somewhere so I can see how to pass in prop values? I think you have to be nice to ChatGPT if you want the best results. Because if you're mean, I feel like I tend to get worse results. Okay, so here they call video with webcam and they pass in main source equals. Okay. So here's beat it. We include nerd macros. And right here we do width equals, and then we give it a width. And we should do a number, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, let's do a number. It should be 500. There we go. So this is what we used before. Now let's do, instead of 500, let's do 700 to make it bigger. Probably 800 even. And then I want to ask, there's got to be a way to center when I set top and left. I would like to set the center of the div instead. Give me the smallest example possible to demonstrate. I don't like how chat just generates so much fucking code all the time. Like, so much code. And it's like one little thing that I need to know. And it'll give me this huge thing. Like, this is like huge. But no, this is, I don't know, it's better. You just have to translate, apparently. I don't like that. You can do that, though. I need to get this in my muscle memory, because apparently it's important to translate like this. You translate negative... Oh, shit. Negative 50%. Negative 50%. And then we gotta close it. I don't think that did anything. Position absolute left. Yeah, I don't think that did anything at all. I can literally just delete this and it's the same thing. That's annoying. Anyways, we're gonna change the positioning here. Let's do 27. And then let's move it up. So let's do 50% instead. Okay, so now we have this. I think I can make it bigger because I want it to be able to be read easily. And then let's just adjust. It's a little bit too big. I might fudge this later and like zoom into him or something so it's easier to see, but... let's change this. Also, why am I changing width? I don't think I want to do that. Okay. Okay, we can change left to be 25. And then we gotta go back up a little bit. That looks okay. And then let's go and we got the webcam. We want to set it in the corner. Can I float? Left. 100%. I can't position it. Am I looking at the right thing here? Yeah, it looks like I can't position it. I thought I'd be able to. How about left and we use pixels? Okay, that'll work. Another thing is like, we can do width and then multiply it by stuff. So let's do width times 0.7, 0.8 maybe. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's actually, oh, I see, because I did 0.2 and then 0.8. Okay, that's perfect. Let's do 1. Whoops. 1 minus, and then I'll declare up here. We can make it part of the prop, actually. I don't know if I want to do that, but const webcam width. or do percentage. And then down here, webcam width percentage. Webcam width percentage. And then I can increment this. Oh, that might be about right. And then let's try to position him down. So let's do right width times, I think it's 0.5 would be a good value. So we want to cover Primogen's face. Or sorry, not right, top. Oh, that's not what we want. That's okay. I think 1 or 2 could work. Oh, 2 looks like it's like right on there, actually. There we go. All right, and then let's set the... Is this just taking a while to load? Yeah. We gotta set the start time of this video. So, in order to do that, how do we do that? There's a way to trim. Embedding videos, adding... Embedding videos into remotion. Let's do a little, so here's trimming. Let's do some reading. I'm gonna kick my foots up. Oh. Okay. You can embed existing videos into remotion by using off-thread video component. What does it mean by that? I've seen people doing that. That's for embedding videos. So why not use the video component? Embedding videos into remotion. Off-thread video. I think I'll stick to using video until I understand why we have to do that. Okay, they're just saying like this is for static files. And then trimming, this is what I want to do. So there's a start from. Of course. I didn't even think about that. Of course there's a start from for this. Okay. And then there's an end at as well. I don't think we're going to use end ads. Delaying. I already knew how to do this, but this is interesting. So you could delay it, and you could delay it with a sequence, and that says when the embedded video will start. And then you can trim the video using start from on the actual video itself. Next we have size and positioning. So this is what I've been messing with. We have volume. I didn't even think about that. We're going to want to be able to change the volume. And there's going to be a different audio track. So that's kind of annoying, is that in most video editors, when you import a video, you have the video and then you have the audio track. And it gives you more flexibility. At the same time, though, sometimes I import both and then I don't give a shit. Like, I just want the video to play, or I just want it to be muted or something. And sometimes having to manage a separate audio track can be really annoying. Setting the speed. So we did this before. And then we can do looping as well. That's something to note. How do we loop? Hold on. Looping a video. Oh, loop volume curve behavior. I don't think this article exists. Looping a video. Oh, here it is. Why is this messed up? Oh, they renamed it to looping an off-thread video. Okay. It used to be called looping a video, and they didn't even change it to say an. They just left it as a. We use a media parser? This looks complicated. I thought you would just set an attribute and then it would loop. Continue reader, cancel reader. Man, that's really complicated, but... Okay. Next, how do I make the composition the same duration as my video? This is interesting. First, make it a React prop. Then define a calculate metadata function that calculates the duration based on the video. So I'm guessing we retrieve the frames, the duration in frames, yeah. And then we multiply by FPS and that gives us the duration. Okay, so that's another thing where it's like you have to do it manually, but it's still interesting. Playing videos in sequence. I think we already know how to do this. We use, series? I thought you'd use sequence. Interesting. Man, this light and this music makes me yawn so hard. So again, we're parsing the metadata to get the duration. We're calculating the metadata to fetch the duration of each video. And then we're summing up the duration to make a big composition. Mustafa says, when do I go to bed? Usually midnight, or before midnight, or maybe 2 hours after midnight. But around 12 p.m. Yeah. Ooh. Damn. Add pre-mounting. Oh, this is interesting. So this says if we add pre-mounting, then a video will only load when it's about to be played. Oh, but this only works if you use series. Or maybe Maybe it works by default, and then if you use series, it doesn't work unless you use pre-mounting. That might be why. Maybe you could use this to make like TikTok. That'd be funny. You can make your own TikTok and stuff with this. Embedding transparent videos. Transparent, as in they have an alpha channel. I see. So like a WebM is the format for that, maybe? Or it might be a video that just has a black background. In which case, you can use mixed blend mode screen. But then doesn't that get messed up if you have like black parts of it? Or you can use a green screen effect. This is kind of cool.
Be dreams. Yesterday you said tomorrow.
Oh,
so
wow.
Just be dreams. Yesterday you said tomorrow. So just be dreams.
It's probably really loud,
Yesterday,
huh? Video manipulation. Do some grayscale. Oh, that's funny because it didn't load. So when I click on this, it looks like this, and then I play it, and then it turns grayscale. Yeah, it doesn't load right away. They didn't write any code to make it trigger. It just... Wait, let's still check. Is that right? Oh, that's so weird. Maybe they did write some code. They said like a specific frame? Huh. I don't know. There's green screen. Okay. We already saw this. Changing speed over time. What's a demo? Let's see the demo. Yeah, it just speeds up. This bunny's so ugly. Jump cuts. So when you use B-roll, when you have a bunch of B-roll, you import a single video, and then you can do jump cuts. You can't see right now, but I'm doing the most like soy boy thing with my legs. There's an array of sections. Man, why can't they just do this for keyframe? Like, I don't know. Different segments at different speeds. Change the speed of a video over time. Okay. Freezing portions of a sequence. What is a sequence? Oh, I know what a sequence is. Huh. Okay. We have live streaming here. It's kind of interesting. I don't think I would do that. Oh, this is the thread I wanted to read. Kind of article. more sophisticated way of embedding a video, which renders an HTML5 video tag and extracts the frame outside the browser and displays it in an image tag. So more videos can be displayed simultaneously. No flickers. Supports different codecs, usually faster to render. The cons are that it needs to be downloaded fully before a frame can be rendered. Oh, I see. So that's why it was talking about that earlier. And doesn't necessarily support transparent videos. Pros of video is it's the same deal. Okay. So I think I'd prefer video. But if I made this into like a React page where I wanted to run the video through React, then I would probably use off-thread video, I guess. But even then, you have to download the whole video just to play it. I don't know if I like that. And I guess I'll read the audio stuff later. So I was looking at how to trim stuff. Let's do that. Ugh. Okay. Oh, my laptop's really low on battery. Do I want to charge it or what? I can just lower the brightness. Okay, well, let's try to trim this, and then I think I'll end stream. Okay, let's do it, Mustafa. We got start from. Oh, I guess the other thing is the playback speed, so let's set the playback speed really high. Here's the playback rate. I already set it right here. Let's do 200, maybe 400. Let's see if we can understand what it says if I do that. Oh, whoops. It's taking a minute to load. Okay, maybe it loaded. Oh, it's really hard to preview. This might be a good time to use off-thread video. Got to import it. Ah, that didn't really help, did it? Man, it's really hard to preview this right now. What the hell? Off there. Come on. But basically, it's going really fast. Oh, and then it ends? What the hell? What is Luke Smith doing there? I guess it's too high. 400% is way too high. What is like... I think you're supposed to start at 2. I think you're supposed to start at 1. Oh, there we go. Ah, okay. You said after 30 minutes they'll stop the internet because of 12th grade exams. Alright. Well, it's at 4%, and I think it'd be good to... I think it'd be better to edit the rest of this off stream. So... thanks for coming, Mustafa. Thanks for coming, anybody else who's watching. I definitely will not stream for another week. And I don't know when I get home, but I have a trip next week. So I'm going to... I guess it's this week. I'm going this week, Tuesday, to Mexico, to Cancun. So I think that's a 5-day trip. I'm not sure. If I'm back by Sunday, then I'll stream Sunday. Not sure what the streaming schedule will look like other than that. It might only be Sunday, but I'll be streaming max 3 days. And then if I do stream, it would probably... If I do stream 3 days, it would probably be like every other day, kind of. But, definitely every Sunday I'll try to stream. So, yeah, thanks for coming. And, you guys have a good one. See you next Sunday, maybe.